welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a makeup tutorial, but I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I thought we could have a little bit of a chit chat and talk about some of our latest trends and even some of the bags that we are interested in buying. I know that I have a few on my wish list and I thought that I could just do my makeup and chat to you about it. So all the makeup that I'll be using today is pretty much from Fenty. I bought a few things from them. One of the things I bought was this foundation. This foundation is in the shade 290. It's the Pro Filter foundation. Something I've learned about Fenty foundation is it does oxidize a lot darker than what it is on the label, so you do have to be careful not to get anything that is too dark or what might shade match perfectly when it's first applied, because it will get darker. So I think years ago I used to be 310 and I've now changed it to 290 because this one, when it dries down, is just slightly darker and it's not too orange. I have these two concealers. I think one might be a little bit too dark and one might be too light, so I might mix them together. One's in the shade 250 and the other one's in the shade 140. So I'm going to start with 140. Red and white were gonna work really well with the white ornaments that I already have. So there was one that was white and it had like these red triangles all over it, and I thought that was kind of like candy cane and still really playful and fun. And then I saw another one and they were blue, and the blue ones just look so pretty. They were kind of like royal blue and they had lots of embezzlements on them, so like crystals and things. I thought they looked really nice, but I thought if I was gonna do blue, I'd have to completely buy all these ornaments to kind of make it all kind of look full and you know, very well decorated. So I thought I'm gonna be a little bit more resourceful and just buy a few red, because I've got already some red things to pop on the Christmas tree. I have this Fenty powder, so I thought this was really cool because it has the color in there, it's got a mirror, and then it's got a close-up mirror, and then you've also got the pad in there for when you travel. So this is great to pop into your bag. It's also got like a little bit of a hole there so that you're not, if the pad is, I think that's for, or maybe it's for reusing it, I'm not too sure. But anyway, I thought the design of this was really cool. But I'm going to use it with a brush and I'm just going to set all the powder. Oh, it's quite dark actually, so I could almost use this as a bronzer. I'm not going to go under the eye with this one. I'm just going to focus on where the foundation was. It's always the joys of trying new makeup on. You don't really know when you blind buy what you're going to end up with. I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow and I'm just going to be using Natasha Denona's palette because this one, I'm still obsessed with it. And I'm just going to go for a warm look, so I'll probably be using these shades here and maybe even a little bit of this, and it's not going to be anything too dramatic, it's just going to be more of a daytime look. So yeah, I was looking through Harrods and I found some in the gift area next to the Christmas area. There's like gift bags, and I thought this would be really good to send as a gift, some of the items. So I have a few things that I want to collect from there. And then also when I was in that section, in the Christmas section, I saw ribbons. And if anyone knows, trying to find like velvet red ribbons can be quite difficult. Usually you have to get them online. And the Harrods Christmas shop just had a few of them there. Moving on to bags, one of my favorite things to collect. I was kind of looking for something that was a neutral tone, and I've been umming and ahhing about the same kind of bags for a little while now. So it has really taken a while for me to be pushed over the edge. I tried on the Lady Dior bag in the fard color, and I've liked this one for a little while. I've tried it on multiple times. They probably are so sick of me, but I really just want to make a good decision. Now, the problem that I have with this bag and color is that it is a classic shape. It is not a pop of color though, and I think because of the fard being kind of like a neutral but very dialed back. I feel that you either have to wear very contrasting clothing for it to look like a statement piece, or you can wear similar clothing and it will just kind of blend into the ethereal. And I think this is okay, but I did want to explore some other options. So another option that I looked at was from Valentino, and this was the Roman stud bag, which, if anyone is familiar with the brand, they used to have the rock stud, and the rock stud was a smaller kind of studded bag. So the studs were a lot smaller and now they are a lot thicker. And I thought that the idea of this bag looked kind of different, kind of edgy, and I just wanted to try it on. I tried it on. The larger size was not for me. I thought that the studs were just a little bit too overwhelming. And then I tried on the smaller size of the bag and I thought it looked a lot nicer. And I was actually considering getting this one for Christmas or something, because I did see it as being something that I could definitely love in my collection, and it is a shape that is very easy to work with and you could just chuck it on. However, I do have a stud bag already which I bought from Pinko, which I do love, and even though I do love that bag and I loved when I bought it in Milan and it's very special to me, I just feel that I don't need another stud bag. And after trying it on, I thought, you know, it's nice, the color is nice, but also things like the leather weren't as nice. Like for a softer type of leather, I thought Valentino's leather wasn't as nice. So I just thought, no, stop distracting yourself and just go and get what you really love. So for a while that has been the Dior Fard color bag, but I do have a few others and I'm just gonna keep resting on it. After I tried on that one, I did go over to Yves Saint Laurent, I think, which is just called Saint Laurent these days. And I thought that a lot of their collections, you know, they have the very similar statement piece on them, which is what they're known for and what people love. I'm not a huge fan of the puffer bags. I'm not a huge fan of the suede bags. I did have a look at them, but I was more into the classic shape of a bag with the logo on the front. And I did try on this white one, which I really did love. And I thought that it would be really good for winter, actually, winter coats, even though you could wear it in spring. I prefer my bags to have a little bit more character in spring. And I think when you're wearing winter clothing, you have to keep in mind how bulky everything is going to be with your crossbody bag and whether or not it's going to just easily fit over the shoulder. I don't know whether or not I will get it. It is at a good price. It's probably more on the more expensive side. It was like $2,200. The bag's very classic and I know that it won't date. The only thing that I would be concerned about would be the logo. However, I do feel like the logo is already so classic. It's been around for so many years. It's not really going to cause that much of a ruckus. Saint Laurent produce many different bags a year. They have so many different collections, and there is Bista Village as well. So sometimes if they're not classic or if they're limited edition pieces, they can go into Bista Village, which is really good. There's more of a likelihood of you being able to find a wearable, attainable bag if you go to Bista Village and you're looking for Yves Saint Laurent. If you are looking for a Dior bag, it is a little bit harder. They usually have discontinued items there when it comes to bags, or they will have bags that are not really palatable for most people, just to say it bluntly. I do think that it is not a rush to get the Yves Saint Laurent bag. I think the one that I wanted was a classic color, so it's probably going to stay around for a little while. I looked at all three of them. There was a Cassandra bag as well, and another one I can't remember the name of. And definitely my favorite was the square one. I just thought that it looked more elegant. I do like a top handle bag, but the Cassandra just wasn't really singing to me. I also like the smooth finish of the bag, and I thought that is something I don't have a lot of. So yeah, I was really quite intrigued with that one. I'm trying out this new mascara. I bought it from M&S. It's called Diego Dalla Palma. Something about some of the stores here which I've noticed is you can go to Boots and you can pretty much find anything that's like luxury, in my opinion. you know, back home in Australia, we'd go to Target and you would find things that were not quite luxury, but were like, you know, quite good quality. So, you know, Max Factor, Revlon, and that was like kind of like the standard. And then once Mecca and Sephora came, that was where you'd go to find your luxury. But Boots, it has things like Fenty, you know, you've got all the makeup counters like Chanel and Dior, YSL. And I think that's like really good. There's so much more availability, because still, even for my shade of skin tone, I do have to go to Sephora. I can't really find a good match at Target. So I've popped the mascara on. Another thing I wanted to say, when I was in the gift section, I didn't realize this, but Harrods actually has a section on, I think, the top floor, which has got all the crockery and all homewares. And then if you go on the bottom section, there's also this like English gift teaware section, and it was right in the corner near where you pay, and you could find all these different teawares. You could find large teapots, sets of teacups. There was also little sugar containers and things where you could pop like little trinkets as well, and I thought this was really cool. It was kind of hidden. I'd never seen it there before. Also, when I was in the gift section, there's lots of things like bags, teddy bears, and things that have Harrods labeled on them. I don't know if Selfridges has a lot of this, but I've definitely noticed a lot of it at Harrods. I also took my new bag out at Harrods that day, and can I just say that having a colour like the colour that I decided to choose gets you so many compliments, and people just looking at your bag and smiling at you as well, because even though it's not a brand new colour from the collection, it is a classic piece, and it does kind of make people look at it and smile, because it's not your typical black, it's not brown, it's not beige. And to me, I really wanted that extra fun, sparkly color, because I'm confident now with how I dress that I can use a color like that and not have to match the color, but find clothes that kind of harmonize with the color. And that's what I felt like I did when I went to Harrods that day. And the essays were, you know, complimenting on the bag, and yeah, I just had a really fun time out with the bag. It was the first time, I think, taking it out to a shopping mall, so I did think that it was quite fun. I did go to Dior and I did try on a twilly for the bag, and I thought it looked really nice, but I ended up deciding not to purchase it in the end and just to have a think about it. But now that I look back at pictures, I actually do think it was really adorable, and I do want to get it, because I think the navy looks really good with the sparkly kind of pearly pink color. And also, if you had the twilly and you're wearing like a navy, like a royal blue blazer, I think it would look really cool with that as well. So I think I was onto something there, and the essay was really lovely, and he was also kind of helping me out. I love it when they go above and beyond to kind of like find something that will work the best for you. It was really quite lovely, and I have seen this essay before. He is always really nice. So I've done my nose contour. It does look a little bit strong today. That's okay, I might take a lot of that color out. I wanted to use this cream blush, and I am a really huge fan of cream blushes just because they do take away powderiness on the skin, and they work really well with no makeup days. So this is how it looks, and this is in the color Cheeks Out. So I might just actually use this brush and just pat it in there and then just go all over. I might focus this a bit high, as I do have like a strong eyeshadow, so I think it is better when you kind of focus the blush a little bit higher so it harmonizes and blends in with that. Like that look. I think it's really warm toned. It's very good for autumn. I've got lots of colors going on the eyes, but it's okay. Now that you put the blush on, it all kind of comes together. So I've got a few different lipsticks, and I'm going to show you all the lipsticks that I have. I did kind of think that, I got to the store and I kind of thought, oh, I'd love that. Oh, I'd love that. Oh, I'd love that. And I kind of just went a little bit crazy. So I think this one is quite dark. I do like the look of this one. I do think that it is going to be great for maybe even Christmas. I don't like to always wear red lipstick on Christmas. I know it is tradition, but I like to stand out from the crowd. So I think that this one I will save for that. I've also got this very bright red, which I think might be a little bit too polarizing today. And then we have this, it's like a burgundy kind of color, which I'm so tempted to use that one today. So first I'll just line my lips with this Revlon pen. I think I'm going to go with the burgundy. I'm just going to start, not so heavy, but I'm just going to dab it. It's quite bright. I think I wanted a bit more of a muted color. It's giving me a bit too much, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub it a little bit so it's faded and it kind of gives that natural red look. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with cheeks out, because I did like how subdued this color was. I'm kind of looking for a bit more of a brown, and I'm just going to dab this over the top. And I think this is giving me a little bit more what I wanted. Lovely. There we have it. Really easy to do kind of a makeup look. Obviously I've run some things through my brows just to hold them in place. So that is the look for today. Thank you so much for watching. Going to Harrods, it is so fab. I'm also going with a friend again. She wants to have tea there, so we're gonna meet at Harrods again. I never really go to Harrods too much, but recently I feel like it's Christmas anyway, so you can always do some shopping. I think she wants to find a few things there as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.